The story begins with a young boy named Luo, who woke up in an unfamiliar place and wondered where he is. Suddenly, he noticed someone inside his blanket. He pulled the blanket and found a young girl, who was sleeping on him. The girl slowly opened her eyes and said good morning to Luo. She then noticed her messy hair, and even her dress was sloppy, so she quickly covered her body and asked Luo if he has seen it all. Luo nods, which shocked the girl. He then turned his face away and tells her to change her clothes. While changing, the girl asked him how is his body now. Luo replied he is fine and asked where is this place, to which the girl answered that it's her room. Luo sighed and remembered that this girl saved him. 1 week ago, the girl was running in a forest to save herself from some men. She gets cornered by the guys, who said she is really fast for a little princess, whose magic power has been sealed. They then decide to use her body so they can boast that they saw the princess' bare body. The little princess cried and prayed to goddess Freya to send a hero to save her. Suddenly, a large monster crashed into the mountain. One of the men shouted at Simurg, the strongest demonic beast in these mountains. He ordered the others to take the princess and run away from there. But then, the large monster got killed by someone. They all noticed Luo coming down and wondered if he is the one who killed the beast. The girl grabbed Luo and begged him to save her from these guys. Their leader ordered the others to take the princess while he will hold Luo. But before he could even finish, Luo smashed him into the wall. He then tells his other members to take him and get lost, or else they will receive the same tragic destiny. Realizing that Luo is a monster that they could never defeat, those guys ran to save their lives. At the same time, the princess was thinking that Luo is so dashing and strong. Luo looked at the princess and asked if she can get up. She replied she can, so Luo said it's good and tried to leave. But the princess begged him to wait and said it hurts. Luo sighed and gave her a towel so she can clean herself. She took it and thanked Luo for rescuing her. But Luo replied that he only saved her because those guys got on his nerve. He added that she should be a part of a rich family, so just remember to compensate him for saving her. He then noticed her leg and realized that she is injured. He picked her up and said her body is filthy and there are still injuries, so they need to dealt with, so bear with it. The princess thought that Luo is planning to clean her so he can do lovey-dovey things in this wild and mountain place. She tells him that she is not mentally prepared for that and she first need to make things clear with her family before she could do it. Luo sighed and said, given her little underdeveloped body, maybe she is afraid of getting killed by him. After a while, she was cleaning herself and Luo taunts her to clean her dirty mind as well. She muttered that he doesn't show any pity or love for women. Luo then went close to her and raised her leg to clean it. And while he was rubbing her leg, she wondered if Luo is a hero from another world, because black hair is such a rare thing. She then introduced herself as Nana and asked Luo about his name. Luo introduced himself and suddenly a monster came running toward them. Nana gets shocked and shouts it's an Earth-scale rhino. She was crying that they are gonna die when Luo glared at the monster. That giant rhino looked into Luo's eyes and gets terrified, then ran away to save its life. Nana asked Luo what just happened because the Earth-scale rhinos are known for their aggressiveness. But Luo didn't answer and said her leg is fine now, so he's going to take her back home. Nana couldn't control herself anymore and asked him if he's the new hero. Luo gets excited and mutters, so this world even has heroes. But then a thought crossed his mind that when crossing over, that fellow never touched the topic of heroes with him. Nana explained that not only heroes summoned from another world, but they are also one of the 7 only demigod powerhouses in this world. Luo then thought that he should get all the information that Nana has on her, so he asked if she can use magic. Nana replied she couldn't because those guys put this sealing magic stone on her neck since they feared that she would run away. She then tells him to take her to the bottom of the mountain so she can find the Knights of the Empire in order to send forces to suppress those bad guys and take the key to unlock her magic. Luo asked if she knows about those guys' stronghold, but Nana refused to tell him because she doesn't want to trouble Luo anymore. But in front of Luo's stare, she spilled everything. At night, the group's leader Shrew was shocked to know that a single man defeated a beast that needs to be subdued by troops of ultra-class strength. His other subordinate verifies it and also mentioned that the boy who defeated the beast had black hairs. This shocked Shrew as he wondered if the princess kidnapping was known by the hero of the distant Altial monastic nation. Then a subordinate came and informed him that the Imperial Knights are already in the vicinity, and except for their leader, everyone else is nothing to fear. Shrew then ordered his men to stop the knights while he will search for the black-haired guy so he can take back the princess. He smiled and thought, this game of hide and seek is going to be fun. At the same time, Luo noticed something and muttered, it's really troublesome. Shrew reached the top of the mountain, and as he was searching for the princess, Luo jumped and attacked him. Luo tells him to hand over the key to the neckband, but Shrew refused and asked for the princess' whereabouts. Luo thought that he never expected on his first day of crossing, he'd rescue a princess of the empire. Shrew then showed Luo his aura and said, if he hand over the princess, then he will give 5 million gold coins to him as compensation. He added that he doesn't want to make Luo his enemy and wished for them to join hands as brothers. Luo replied that even though his offer is very captivating, but did he ever look into the mirror? His face sickens him to death. Luo thought, no matter how troublesome the princess is, but he can't say that Shrew is much better. Angered, Shrew released all his aura, and decides to kill Luo. He attacked Luo, but he managed to block Shrew's attack. But then, Shrew used his strongest magic, and attacked Luo. But to his surprise, even his strongest attack didn't affect Luo. Luo then used his magic, and attacked Shrew. At the same time, the knight's leader said that the princess lies within these mountains, and they have to find her soon. He then noticed magic power on mountain, and ordered everyone to hurry up, as the princess could be in danger. On the other side, Shrew was on his knees, saying he underestimated Luo. Luo then tells him to hand over the key, or he will keep beating him until he does. Shrew shouted and asked, do he even know who he? Before he could even finish, Luo sent him flying with a punch. Shrew thought, how can one punch injure him, who's at the peak of the ultra class, and wondered who Luo exactly is. Shrew then shouted, no matter who Luo is, he must butcher him today. But Luo said that according to that person, aside from her, no one is capable of beating him, so he can never be defeated by anyone else. After a while, Nana was looking for Luo and called him a cheater because he left her alone. Suddenly, she noticed that giant rhino again, who starts chasing after her. She was about to be killed by the rhino, but Luo arrived on time and killed the beast. He said that she is still not recovered, so she can't go running all over the place. He then tells her to lift her head and don't move around. He used the key and removed the sealing magic stone from her neck. Now that her magic is back, Nana looked at Luo and wondered why the elemental spirits are so friendly with him. She asked if he is alright and if he has any serious wounds. But Luo went close to her and removed the cloth that was wrapped around her injured leg. That hurt Nana, and in pain she said she hates Luo. But then Luo takes out the healing potion that he found after searching Shrew's body. After realizing Luo's true intention, Nana apologized to him and hugs him. Suddenly, Luo heard someone shouting, telling him to stay away from the princess. It was the knight leader, who introduced himself as Hulk, and said he would protect Princess. Luo looked at his green armor and thought, he really has a befitting name. He then pulled Nana toward her and threatened Luo to reveal the truth. But then Nana shouted at Hulk and explained everything to him. She tells him to not be rude to Luo as he is her savior. Hulk agreed and apologized to her for his mistake. Luo thought that he should leave immediately to avoid further trouble. But then he realized that after fighting with Shrew, he exhausted his magic power. The last words he heard were, he will get his reward, and then he collapsed. And while he was unconscious, he finds himself in a white space. Suddenly, a girl grabbed him from behind and said she finally get to see him. Luo muttered, so it's you who got him into this comatose state. The girl replied that he really is her most favored person, so she will never want him to get injured. Luo said if she really favors him so much as she says, then do something practical. And the next second, the girl went close to him and kissed him. She asked if he's willing to trust her now, or wants her to do something else. Luo thought there's no way a goddess could truly be keen on a mortal, so he believed he's just her pastime. But the goddess replied, if that is what he thinks, then she will prove it to him in her future actions. Luo asked if she can know what is he thinking deep down, to which she replied, yes, because she's now within his body. She then explained that for some reason, the phrase tear placed in his body provides a medium that furnishes magic power. And this time, it's because he exhausted his power that he's in comatose state, but the next time it's like this, he will never wake up. She added that she's reaching her limit, and hope that they can meet in reality the next time they see each other. Back at present, Luo confirms that Nana saved him and brought him here, and asked why they were sleeping together just about naked. But this startled Nana, as she said she will bring some clothes and ran. After a while, a girl brings Luo clothes and tells him to follow her to the shower. And as Luo was about to start, she starts removing her clothes and said she can do anything that he wants. Luo thought that this reward from Nana is really thoughtful. Luo asked if Nana told her to do this, but the girl replied no and said the nobles are very fond of this kind of thing. Luo then tells her to go outside and said he doesn't need attendance, he will just wash himself. And after the girl left, Luo sighed and thought, at least, that little princess kept some rationality. After a while, Nana met with Luo and asked how is his body now. Angered, Luo asked her to tell the truth about how long he has been comatose and what she had done to him during that time. Nana answered that she only looked after him personally as he was in coma for 3 days. Luo closed his eyes and thought about Freya's tear. He wondered if Freya's tear replenished his magic power, or it has to do something with their intimate position. When they woke up, Nana then tells him that the reward will be presented by the hands of the king as he wishes to have him summoned. Even though Luo didn't want to meet with the king, but he still agreed to go, thinking he saved the princess, so nothing wrong will happen with him. After a while, Luo went to meet with the king, and everyone present there wondered who he is and what connection he has with the hero. The king announced that not only he saved the princess, but also contained the imperial criminals, alongside slaying the beast entrenched in the mountain. He then showed 2 spiritual rings, saying one contains 20 million gold coins, and the other one holds the remains of the beast that he killed. So the king bestowed both of the rings to him as a reward. Luo accepted the gifts, but then a man objected to this bestowal. It was a man named Ackerman, who said that there is only one person in the empire that could kill a magic beast alone, so he can't trust this man. Nana interrupted and asked if he's trying to accuse her of lying. Ackerman replied that he's not seeing the appropriate strength of Luo, so he only fear that someone may take credit for what they had no part in. The king winked at Luo, thinking he also has to convince the masses with this. Luo wondered what's the meaning of the wink and then realized what the king's true intentions were. They brought a magic spar, a device that is used to calculate the magic power of a person. Ackerman then tells Luo to put his hand on the crystal, and to everyone's surprise, the magic spar showed no kind of response, and they call Luo an ordinary person. Ackerman shouted, which means he is a scum, who deceived the princess with fine flattery and attacked Luo. But to Ackerman's surprise, Luo stopped his attack barehanded. And after a second, Ackerman was lying on the floor, who got defeated with just a punch. Everyone was shocked to see that Ackerman got defeated in just one blow. The king laughed and asked who else still dares to question Luo's strength. He then went close to Luo and asked what reward he wants for saving his daughter. Luo said he already received the reward, but the king smiled and announced that Princess Nana will be betrothed to Luo. And while they all were distracted, the magic spar broke by Luo's magical power. At night, they were at the dinner table, and King asked Luo if he has something on his mind. Luo said he should already know about it. He asked why is he betrothing Nana to him. But the king replied, with his daughter being fond of it, there's nothing impossible. Luo looked at Nana and thought, this newly developed body doesn't arouse his interest so easily. So he decided to find a suitable reason to call off this marriage. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss the updates.